I think this has been the best example we've seen in the state so far as to how you can get a local food cooperative that really works in a very integrated way and addresses a lot of the needs of the community. The thing I was struck about, though, was how all of this builds community, how it all builds people working together locally and the relationships that develop that kind of transcend the community.
You know, the idea of eating locally is not a new one. As our friends and members Karen Geiser and Lisa Amstead say in their newly published book, Local Choices, the local foods movement is actually a return to the way the world was. The idea of being able to know where your food comes from and being able to connect back to the person who grew it is not a new one. The idea of letting a family who can produce more than they need sell it and make a little bit of extra money is not a new one. The ideas of cultivating and growing your community, of friends and neighbors working together for a common goal is not a new one. These are ideas that are just being revived. These are the ideas and values that Local Roots was founded on. We felt that if we could make it easier and more accessible for people to spend their food dollars locally, more shoppers would, and in turn that would drive small business and economic development. Over the past year and a half, we have seen these ideas come to life. With the help of our community, an ODA grant for specialty crops, the county administration, the commissioners for allowing us to use this beautiful space, and countless volunteer hours from people who really cared about this organization and about making this happen in Worcester. We were able to take the idea of Local Roots from just a spark an idea to the bountiful, beautiful marketplace that you're in today. And our membership has grown from our original 12 to up over 500. Since opening our doors last January 30th, almost $200,000 in sales have passed through this market, putting $181,000 back into the pockets of local people and small businesses. We're pretty impressed by that.
I had a dream long ago about this building because it had a dock and it just seemed like it was suited for this, doing something locally, and there was never anyone to step up till this group came forward. So.
The building had been empty 5 years approximately, and it's owned by the county commissioners, which, you know, we have a unique situation here in that we did have a great location that was owned, it wasn't owned by a person, an individual who had plans for it themselves. It was owned by the county. It was a year ago in January that we officially started to meet. It started by just getting ideas down, just brainstorming. Several of us, started with 4 of us, and then it grew to 12 of us. We just began to meet on a regular basis, and the people who came out of the woodwork to participate in this project were just the perfect people that we needed to get it going. We had, you know, people who could manage, you know, the money end of it, people who knew computers. We had an architect who could help us with the building. We had an electrician, several farmers, different types of producers.
I'm Jessica Eckleberry. This is my mom.
Marlene Barkheimer. Her name tag still says Barkheimer.
Yes, it does. And I'm glad we got to talk together because we definitely got into this together. Where just for her birthday one day, I got her the Omnivore's Dilemma, and that really got us started thinking about what we're eating. You know, beyond just what it looks like, but where it came from. And that kind of drove us out into the local food movement.
And our big thing was Thanksgiving dinner. We thought, okay, we believe in this, we think this is right, this makes sense to us. Let's do a local foods Thanksgiving meal, because I do Thanksgiving for the family. And when we tried to do that, we found out how hard it was to buy local foods. In Wayne County, Ohio, in the middle of this beautiful agricultural community, we could not buy local grown foods. So after chasing turkeys around for several days in the snow, trying to find a locally grown free-range turkey, and the other things of trying to get local vegetables for side dishes and stuff, we said there's got to be an easier way to do this.
And we just felt like if you could make it easier for shoppers, that's the whole thing. Is that all the industrial food is based around it being quick and cheap and easy. But there are people out there who believe in this,
but it at least has to be available to them. You know, we're never going to be a 24/7 convenient mart, you know, but, you know, we can be open through the week. We can have everything in one spot. You can pay with a credit card. Doing those little things will make this easier for more people, and more people will do it. And it's an important thing to do, and by doing that, we're supporting others.
But sometimes.
Because this is what's needed.
And you have to have sometimes enough of a product to bring the public in, and a single
Right.
farmer, a single
Yeah.
people can't do that
Yeah.
normally, you
Right.
know. So by forming the cooperative, you can get enough in here to have enough volume to get the consumers.
Because we knew that this had to be more than just a shopping place. This had to be a place that people felt they were part of it, that they realized that what they were doing here was helping other people in the community. So it was more than just a cheaper place to buy corn. You know, that it was a totally different concept.
And no one person could do this. You know, my husband and I couldn't have just decided we want to have a year-round market here in this building and it's going to be our business. That would have been a very different feel.
Talked about it because we spent a lot of time getting this up and running. And, you know, while we were doing that, we both had day jobs. So we were doing the normal work day and then spending pretty much every extra minute we had and trying to get things going for this. But through that, there was an energy from doing what we were doing that kept us going.
Yeah.
And we kept saying, you know, one of these days we may burn out. You know, we got to watch what we're doing here because we're really trying really hard to make this go.
All of us were, I mean, you have probably, you know, 12 of us, and we're all putting in 10 to 20 hours a week extra, you know, doing this to make it happen. It's a lot.
But it was self-energizing, and we would be burning out maybe on our own, but then we'd get together and get all fired back up again, and then we'd go again, you know, and it was just an amazing piece of energy that was driving it.
I think the population, not just here but everywhere, wants to get back to that. I mean, we're so separated in our lives. You know, you go to work, you come home, you feel like there's no connection. You know, you feel like, you know, you don't know where your food comes from, but you don't have that community base. You know, this has been a huge change in my life, being here. You know, to spend all day working with people and having a good time and doing something I feel good about.
Local Roots is an outstanding, sustainable operation. It's only been in existence for a few months, 8 months, and I see the pictures of all the work that had to be done to get this building ready. I just shake my head in amazement. I think the $60,000 that we spent, and especially crop grant money for this project at the Department of Agriculture, is probably the best money we've ever spent. And it really has gone a long way. But it's not just been us or... But it's not just been the organization and the state of Ohio. It's been all of you local people here in Wayne County, your mayor, who, along with the commissioners, have provided the essential governmental support. It's just a tremendous operation. So in appreciation of Local Roots and in celebration of Eat Local Challenge Week, I am proud today to present Local Roots members and producers and members with what we call our Local Food Hero Award. This is an award I give out only once a year to an organization or person who has made a difference in making available an abundance of fresh and healthy food in the community. And so I would ask Jessica to come forward and to receive this nomination and award. And it reads, to honor the efforts of these local champions, and that's what you are, you're local champions, who through unwavering efforts are maximizing the benefits of the food and agricultural sector to the state's economy and environment while ensuring that Ohioans have access to fresh and healthy foods. I hereby bestow upon Local Roots Market and Cafe producers and members the title of Local Food Heroes. And Jessica,
Thank you.
congratulations.